Namaskara. This is a video on adverbs of degree. As you know, we have been doing this adverb series, and this is the fourth video in the adverb series where we are trying to address words, English words related to adverbs of degree and how the Kannada words correspondingly will pan out. Okay, let's look at the adverbs of degree words. Okay, a quick introduction. We have already done adverbs of time, adverbs of frequency, adverbs of place. Now we are doing adverbs of degree. It basically tells by how much the action is done or by what degree, right? So that is basically this adverb of degree telling. For example, Ravi likes writing letters a lot. He likes it a lot. So it gives some level of what you call a degree of emotion to it, right? But it adds to the action, whether the action was done extremely or not. That kind of information is what this adverb of degree is. Okay, after this we'll do adverb of manner, then we'll do adverb clauses. And if there are other adverbs, because I'm seeing in English there are other types of adverbs that are being created. So those types, if I'm able to find the corresponding Kannada equivalent that is useful, right, then I will do it. If it's not useful, I will not do it. So even in this adverb of degree, I will pick up those words that are very commonly used in spoken Kannada and then give the examples rather than trying to give examples for all the English adverb of degree which Kannada may not even be using. Okay, so here is a degree chart, basically mild, medium, strong, absolute. So mild is a bit, slightly like that. Then medium is fairly, pretty, quite, somewhat, rather. Strong is this very, very is very commonly used where you have two words in Kannada. One is called tumba, other one is called bahala. Both are same meaning, very, and it is very commonly used. Okay, then you have a lot, then you have entirely, completely, thoroughly, and perfectly. So entirely, completely also has got corresponding Kannada words, which is sampurna or purti. You will see examples of this. So I see only like even though English has got many degree adverb of degree words, in Kannada it's only limited. So you just use the same and then you use a mix of words. So in the end of the video, I have given a very short list of words to remember, which you can mix and match and have the same effect as the English adverbs of degree. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so this is the list of adverbs of degree in English. You have very, you have mostly. This also is used commonly in Kannada. Barely, okay, it is there, but not much. Then you have almost, entirely, highly, totally, right? Just is also is used very commonly. Just now, how will you say just now in Kannada? So I have given examples of this. So let's take a look. Nearly. So there are some words which are very commonly used, others are not used. You can actually mix and match and use them. I'll show those examples. Okay, so let's start with examples. I like the food very much, right? Uta tumba ishta aitu. So tumba is a very, very common word. If you're going to speak in Kannada, you better know tumba. Tumba means very. Okay, so there is another word for very, which is bahala. Okay, so he is coming from very far. Avaru bahala ದೂರದಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. So when do you use tumba, when do you use bahala? It's based on your pronunciation. Say for example in this case, right, dura, if you use bahala, it nicely goes through, right? Bahala dura. So that's why bahala is used. So it's purely convenience. Tumba or bahala, it's purely convenience when you're speaking a particular sentence. The word before it, the word after it, whether if you put bahala, it sounds better or not. It depends on those things. But they are synonyms. You can use tumba or bahala alternately. Okay. So with respect to adverbs of degree, very is the most important verb in Kannada, which is tumba or bahala. Okay. Let's move on. This train mostly arrives late. ಈ ರೈಲು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ತಡವಾಗಿಯೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So ಹೆಚ್ಚು means much. The much word much in English, corresponding Kannada word is ಹೆಚ್ಚು. Okay, which is mostly. You can use it as mostly. So ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ, it's like almost most of the time. That's what it is, ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ. So ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಆಫೀಸ್ಗೆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. On time I go to office. ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ means 90% of the time. That's what this H means. Okay. Then the neighbor's noise has become a bit too much. So it's too much, you want to say. No? Pakkada manayavara saddu. Saddu means sound. Saddu. Swalpa. Swalpa means little. Little. Ati agide. Ati means too much. Okay. ಹೆಚ್ಚು also is too much. So ati, you can use ati agide or ಹೆಚ್ಚು agide. Okay, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿದೆ. It means it's become a bit too much, like that. So ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿದೆ. It's like a polite way of saying it is getting a bit too much now. I've been tolerating until now, but now it's getting a bit too much. So that's where you will use ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅತಿ. So ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ means little. Ati means a lot. A little lot. So when you say like that, it's a very polite way of saying I've been tolerating and it is getting out of control. So remember the words ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ, ati, and ಹೆಚ್ಚು. You barely know me. Okay, so it means you know me only a little. Okay, so you want to use the word little. So nanna parichaya means acquaintance. So nanna parichaya ninage konchane agide. Koncha means something like swalpa. Koncha means little. Now swalpa can be used for please also. Swalpa move madi, swalpa munde hogi. Right, there you can use swalpa. Right, the difference between swalpa and dayavettu is that swalpa is used for like small favors. Dayavettu is used for big favors. Right, if you're asking for somebody to just move a bit, right, then you don't have to say dayavettu move madi, it's all too much, right? Because dayavettu is like as if they have to show their kindness, daya, to get the work done for you. So just for moving, you don't have to say dayavettu. Instead you say swalpa move madi. So swalpa is you can call it as a mini dayavettu, like a mini form of dayavettu. Whereas koncha is purely saying little, right? Nanage koncha chutney beku, nanage koncha coffee beku, like that. That's koncha. So here koncha is used to say that nanna parichaya ninage konchane agide. You have only a little of it. Okay, it means barely. So he took over the project entirely. So taking over entirely. So how do you say that? So avanu yojane means project. Yochane means to think. Okay, thought is called yochane. Here yoja. So that one is cha. Yojane. Yojane means project. So yojane anna purtiyagi. So completely, entirely. That's called purti. Purtiyagi sampurnavagi. Both you can use. Purtiyagi tanna kaiyalli togondu bitta. He took it in his control. Kai means hand. So he took it in his hand, which figuratively means he took it into his control. That is not entirely true. Adu purti satya alla, or adu sampurna satya alla. You can say like that. Purti or sampurna you can use. This liquid is highly flammable. Idu ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ದಹ್ಯ ಆಗುವ ದ್ರವ. Drava means liquid, fluid. Okay, dahya means something that can burn. ದಹ್ಯ ಆಗುವ ದ್ರವ. ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ, again, highly. ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ means mostly. Okay. Then water level in the well has rised slightly you want to say. Okay, so bavi means well. Neerina matta means level. Okay. Okay, ನೀರುವ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇಳಿಯಬೇಡ. I don't want to come down to your level. So matta means level. Okay, so ಬಾವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು is water. ನೀರಿನ ಮಟ್ಟ, water's level. Okay, ನೀರಿನ ಮಟ್ಟ ಕೊಂಚವಾಗಿ ಏರಿದೆ. ಏರು is to rise. ಕೊಂಚವಾಗಿ, it's only a little. So you're trying to show the degree. ಕೊಂಚವಾಗಿ ಏರಿದೆ. Okay, a little. Now weather has changed extremely. So how do you say extremely? Right? ವಾತಾವರಣ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಅತಿಯಾಗಿ ಬದಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಅತಿ. So ati is for extremity. Okay, ati is a word used for extremity. So you can use tumba ati. So you're using two words. This is what I was trying to say. By mixing and matching a small set of words, you can get all the effects of the English words like extremely, strongly. All these words can be clubbed, can be represented with a few combination of Kannada words. So here we are using tumba and ati. Tumba atiyagi badlagide. Badlagide means changed. I finished the homework just now. So this just now is a very useful word. I personally, when I was trying to speak Kannada, which I'm still now trying to speak Kannada. It's not that I'm a big expert. So here, I had the problem of saying just now. How do you say just now? So just now is ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ. ಈಗ plus ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ. For example, ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ ಮನೆ ಪಾಠವನ್ನ, ಮನೆ ಪಾಠ means homework. So ಮನೆ ಪಾಠವನ್ನ ಮುಗಿಸಿದೆ. I just now finished my homework, right? ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ ಮನೆ ಪಾಠವನ್ನ ಮುಗಿಸಿದೆ. So that's your ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ, very useful word. For example, you go to somebody's house and they are offering coffee, then you have already had your coffee. You just want to say politely no. Then you say ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿದೆ, right? ಕುಡಿ is to drink. So ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿದೆ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಕಾಫಿ ಬೇಡ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ means therefore. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಕಾಫಿ ಬೇಡ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಹೀಗಷ್ಟೇ. ಆರ್ ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತನನ್ನು ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದೆ. ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೌ ಸಾ ಮೈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ, ವೆರಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ವರ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಕಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೌ. ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ ವಿದ್ಯುತ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ವಿದ್ಯುತ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್. ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್, ದಟ್ ವಿದ್ಯುತ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ವಿದ್ಯುತ್. ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನೈಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್. ದೆನ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಎನಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಚ್ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ. ಈ ತರ ನಾಟಕಗಳು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವೆರಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್. ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು, ಸಾಕು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ, ಸಾಕು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನಫ್. ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ enough of it, like that. Sakashtu, as enough of whatever is being shown. I've seen enough of that. That's what this sakashtu. Okay, nodiddini. Ee tara means this type of. Okay, this type of nataka. Nataka means somebody is trying to do some drama, right, to get something done. Maybe your child is doing drama to get something done. Then you can use, then that is what this sentence is. Ee tara natakagalu sakashtu nodiddini. I've seen enough of. So is your coffee hot enough? You ask that, right? Here also you can use that sakashtu. Okay, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಫಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಬಿಸಿ ಇದೆಯಾ, or ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು ಬಿಸಿ ಇದೆಯಾ. So you can use ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು, ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು. So it's ಸಾಕು plus ಅಷ್ಟು, ಬೇಕು plus ಅಷ್ಟು. ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು means enough of something. ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು means enough of what you want, right? ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು, that's your ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು. For example, ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಊಟ ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅತಿಥಿ is guest. So ಊಟ ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿ, I have done more than enough. Whatever they want, I have done. So ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Or ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು. ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು means I've done enough. ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು means I've done more than enough. That's your ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು. Okay. So is your coffee hot enough? Hot is busy. So ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಫಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಬಿಸಿ ಇದೆಯಾ, or ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು ಬಿಸಿ ಇದೆಯಾ. Is it hot enough for you? So ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು ಬಿಸಿ ಇದೆಯಾ. You did not study hard enough. ನೀನು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಓದ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. Past tense. So ನೀನು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಓದ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. Right? You had not studied enough. So ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು, you have not given enough. So ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. You have not tried enough. So that's what this sakashtu. Then the obbattu is too good. Obbattu is what you call as a puran poli in North India, or poli in Tamil Nadu. So it's basically called obbattu in Kannada, right? So this obbattu is a sweet that they do for Ugadi, or even any festival. They even do it for like Sankranti, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure, but they do it for Ugadi, I think. Okay, so obbattu tumbane chennagide. Tumbane, it's too good. So you can use tumbane instead of tumba. Tumbane means it's like really good, like that. Then the bus is fully booked. ಬಸ್ಸು ಪೂರ್ತಿ or ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಬುಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಬುಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ or ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಬುಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ವಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ಲಿ ಅಪೋಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೂಚನೆಯನ್ನ ನಾವು ದೃಢವಾಗಿ ಎದುರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಎದುರಿಸು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅಪೋಸ್. ದೃಢವಾಗಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೃಢವಾಗಿ ಎದುರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ಐ ಓನ್ಲಿ ನೋ ಅ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಮ್. ಅವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಕೊಂಚನೇ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಐ ಟಾಕ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಕೊಂಚ. ಕೊಂಚ ಇಸ್ ಲಿಟಲ್. ಕೊಂಚನೇ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಎ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ only. So your work is a lot more difficult. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ. So here again very can be. So a lot is very. So ಬಹಳ or ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ, both can be used. I have tried nearly every school in the city. ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ, ನಿಯರ್ಲಿ, almost, like that. So ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ means more or less. ಹೆಚ್ಚು means more. ಹೆಚ್ಚು is more or much. ಕಡಿಮೆ means less. Okay. ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ means more or less. I have done more or less, meaning nearly. More or less ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು means each, every. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು. ಒಂದು means one, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು. Each and every. ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಐ ಟೋಟ್ಲಿ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಹಿಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಅವನ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ನಾನು ಪೂರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಂಬ್ತೀನಿ. ಪೂರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಐ ಬಿಲೀವ್, ಟೋಟಲಿ ನಂಬ್ತೀನಿ. ಮಾತು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಪೀಚ್. ಶಿ ಸ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಕ್ವೈಟ್ ವೆಲ್. ಅವಳು ಒಂದು ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಯೇ ಹಾಡಿದ್ದಳು. ಸೊ ಅಗೇನ್, ಒಂದು ಮಟ್ಟ, ಟು ಅ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್, ರೈಟ್? ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಮಟ್ಟ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ಒಂದು ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಗುಡ್. I mean, it was not like that bad, or it was not moderate. It was better than moderate. That's what this quite well. Quite well means it was like really significant, right? So there you will say ಒಂದು ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಯೇ ಹಾಡಿದಳು. Then I have almost finished my novel. So ನನ್ನ ಕಾದಂಬರಿಯನ್ನ, ಕಾದಂಬರಿ means novel. Okay. So ನನ್ನ ಕಾದಂಬರಿಯನ್ನ ಬಹುತೇಕವಾಗಿ, ಬಹುತೇಕ means majority. Okay. Bahuteka means majority. But when you say bahutekavagi means almost. Okay. Bahutekavagi, major, on the higher side, like that. Bahutekavagi mugisiddini. I have almost completed. Now this bahutekavagi seems more very formal. You can try something like mugisuva hattiradalli iddini. I am very close to finishing. Mugisuva hattiradalli iddini. I am very close to finishing my novel. That is more colloquial. But if you want to remember this word, it's nice to say it. Bahutekavagi mugisiddini. Almost. Okay. I did not like what you did, even a little bit. This is also very commonly used. ನೀನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಚೂರು ಕೂಡ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಚೂರು means bit. Okay. It can be used for example, ನನಗೆ ನೀನು ತಿನ್ನುವ ಐಸ್ ಕ್ರೀಮ್ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಚೂರು ಕೊಡು. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಗಿವ್ ಮಿ ಅ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ of what you have. So asking for a little bit is ಒಂದು ಚೂರು. Okay. So ಒಂದು ಚೂರು ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿ. Just put only a little bit of rice. ಒಂದು ಚೂರು. Okay. So ಒಂದು ಚೂರು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು means you have to try a little bit more. Right. ಒಂದು ಚೂರು is used for a little bit, a small improvement is ಒಂದು ಚೂರು. Okay. Small adjustment. If you want to make, then you say ಒಂದು ಚೂರು. So it's a very useful word. Churu means bit. Okay. And it's a bit of even a thing, a bit of it's a bit of an action also is churu. You can use churu. Okay. Here in this sentence, I did not like what you did, even a little bit. ನೀನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಚೂರು ಕೂಡ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. It means I did not like even a bit of what you did. There you will use ಒಂದು ಚೂರು. Okay. It's also a degree. Now, this is what I was talking about. This is probably the last slide. Important words to remember for adverbs of degree. What are the important words in spoken Kannada? These type of bahutekavagi and all, we'll certainly not remember unless we are using it commonly, right? So that's why I have just created a smaller list where you have tumba means very, bahala is also very, ati means in excess. It has become excess, like that, ati. Then hechu is much. Right? Purti Sampurna is completely. Swalpa is little, and Swalpa is used for as a mini please also. So Swalpa also you have to remember. Then Koncha is also little. Undu churu is a bit. Okay, that's your undu churu. So these are the words that I would like you guys to remember so that you can use it in your spoken Kannada. Okay, so that was the last slide. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.